Hi everybody, this is Paula with Vanna's Crafty Designs, and I wanted to show you some more of my journals that I made. I enjoy making them. I don't write in them very often, but I can if I want to. And I thought I would just show you a couple that I made out of books. Now, this one, of course, is more of a woods theme. It reminds me of a little fairy door and a little lantern and some books. And this has got a forest type of theme going through it. This one, of course, is Christmas themed, and it's more of a vintage Silent Night, Holy Night. And we'll show you that one. But the main thing that I've used to create this size of journal are these books that you can purchase at any flea market, thrift store. Well, they're just everywhere, or at least they are around here. I say that, but they are Reader's Digest books. They're vintage books. Some of them are worse for wear, of course. This one, and the reason I love these, I love the size, but I also love that they have some kind of design on the outsides of them. See that? Isn't that beautiful? And they are a little worn, and some of them are really a lot better condition than others. This one, apparently, I purchased it. It's a 1961 Reader's Digest. I gave $4 for it. I will be taking some of this apart, and look, it's got some really old vintage yellowing color, which is really neat if you like vintage, which I do. And I just love, even like this, the back pages are just beautiful to me. It's a teal color, and it's got some gold trim, and you can see right here where we're starting to get some wear there. All right, so picking up Reader's Digest books gives you this size of journal. These two I had were probably in much worse shape than that one. That one's in much better shape. But yeah, I took them apart and I created a different kind of look for these. This is lace. There's material, or let's see, under this one it looks like there probably was some really wide washi that I attached there. I put book label ends. You can get this stuff at Amazon. A lot of the craft stores have the little ends that you put on there. You can even order them off of Temu. There's book plates, which this particular pictures, these pictures that I got was on a digital, and you can get digitals on Etsy all day long. All beautiful digitals, and most of them were not real expensive. This one was called Forever Forest, or anyway, you can go in there and you can get all kinds of different themes. You just purchase them, you download them on your computer, you print them off as many times as you want to, and that's what I did. We've got eyelets here, and we've got some crinkle binding. This is binding like you use on, any kind of sewing binding. It's just crinkled up there. It gives you the crinkle effect. And we put one on each side, and I trimmed out in lace, made some side pockets, made some journal cards. Just use this theme throughout. And as you can see, you have the little birds and the books, and this is just a little note paper. See there? I just put some little white note paper in, make some little pockets, do some stamping. Turned out really good. It's kind of got a garden theme, books. And this is just an envelope, so you just flip that over there. This is more of the tea-dyed, coffee-dyed type papers that were made. And I created 3 different signatures, and a signature is a set of pages like this. And I sewed these pages into the binding of this book. I used tapes and things. I sewed them in. Here's the center part where I did some sewing, 3-pocket stitch, real simple sewing. And I used wax thread, so it's pretty sturdy, and we've got beads, just beads that I had from jewelry making. This type of, you can use all different kinds of paper, book pages, regular pages, coffee dye. This paper right here is called straw paper. And one of the ladies that I used to watch a lot, she had it for sale on her Etsy channel, and I really liked it. So I just purchased it. I purchased a pack of it. This is chapter 7, and this was probably something that come out, I know it was, not probably. It was something that come out of this particular book. The book was no doubt damaged because it doesn't seem to be a whole very thick of stuff. I made a little pocket with a window. I can show you how to do that. That's real easy with junk mail. And the reason they call these junk journals is because you just take lots of things that you have and you create. You just create different tucks, different pages and papers. These I've made look antique and old. Doilies, just paper doilies. You know, just I took this theme and just went with the theme. And that right there, I've used like index cards and just put little stickers and things on them. And then we put that right in that side pocket. And you can put little notes on them. You can give these as gifts. People love this as gifts. I would love it as a gift. Just flips and folds and lots of different things. And so this is kind of the theme of this one. Got the little rabbit and some postcards. Here's an old postcard that I had. It's not an old postcard. It's just a digital of a postcard. I stuck an old stamp on it. I had a stamp that made it look like it had been sent through the mail. And I have another stamp that goes on the back here. And I think I coffee dyed or tea dyed these. So yeah, it's just a really, it turned out to be one of the cuter books I think that I made. I just love it. I love it. All right, so there's one book. And like I said, the base of this book is created from an old Reader's Digest book, the kinds where they have the pattern on the outside. I'm gonna have to tie this, fight with it, I guess. Like I said, thrift stores, old stores. Sometimes you can even go to Goodwills if you've got one of them in your area and just get one of these types of books because lots of times they're old. Nobody's going to use them anymore. Very few people read them anymore. They got these Reader Digest, if you can look and see, have like several short stories all in one book. That's how they used to do that in Reader's Digest. So, all right. So then this one is of the Christmas theme. And I got some digitals with a lady that, the ladies that have the antique looking ladies. What am I thinking? Victorian ladies. There it is. And it says, and you know, you can buy Christmas things at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, just Christmas packets of papers, like scrapbooking papers. And that's probably where I got this from. This was, and I'll show you this side. See, this was already, this book being a Reader's Digest already had a green and gold look to it. This was washi tape. This right here is just, actually, I think that was a napkin that I had bought at the Dollar Tree that had this plaid look, and I just cut it down to cover up the side of this particular journal. And then we just got some trim here. Walmart, different places you can get trim. You may even have some, if you were a sewer, you might find some stuff at a yard sale. I have before. This Silent Night and Holy Night come out of a book. So I'll open this up. This was actually just a little piece of ribbon. I don't know if you can see it. You know how you get the ribbon from any craft store it had the little cardinal on it, and so I just cut it off and put it on there. And then we have little tags made, peace and joy. It matches the Christmas theme. Use some little rickrack. And this is just the green paper that's actually on inside the book. And then we use the Christmas theme with oh my goodness, so many different things for Christmas. It's not hard to find Christmas theme anything. And you can find them, like I said, yard sales, whatever. This was just a piece of cardstock, just stiff cardstock, and this was a created paper clip. See, so you just put the color in the paper clip, and there you go. And I think this has got a piece of, if you can see it, that's got a piece of song paper, just bits of paper and stamp that says dream. And so, you know, you can put these little paper clips, decorative paper clips, in and out of your journal. This, I had a stamp, so I made, actually just drew, no, I think I just drew it. I drew this little Santa hat and I colored it in. So yeah, this is Christmas, and what I could do this year, or even from the past, I got some really cute Christmas pictures of my grandchildren and my family, and I could stick those in there. This is rickrack and old music papers. And there's just so much you can do with these things. And this is just, I just punched a hole and stuck a little pin with some beads on it in there. I think it looks so cute. I really like it. There's some more of the Victorian look. Cut it and I took a stapler and made a little tab on top and just stapled it, and stamped that says just a note, just off of scraps. So the one thing I really like about junk journaling, I think, is the fact that, you know, we all maybe not all of us, but several of us have accumulated Christmas cards, and accumulated that make more sense, Christmas cards. You can cut those up and put them in a journal to be decorative. You can use just a piece of paper folded over. There's so many things. Look here. Here's my grandsons. There's a little picture of them in there. So see, that was one of their Christmas pictures that Mama had made, and she gave it to me. So yeah, there's another one. Here they are again. Merry Christmas. So that's just a little piece of paper, and maybe I want to decorate. Maybe I want to put this here, and maybe I'll put that there, and who knows, and maybe put something underneath, and there I've decorated that page. So that's why you just keep them aside and use them when you decide you're ready to put something in there. So yeah. So that's my last Christmas one. I just did some stamps here. This says it's Christmas. And apparently I just stuck that in there and made it into it just like a bookmark. Or who knows what I'll do with it. This is just some old coffee dyed writing paper that I put in because I like the antique look. And it looks like I made two signatures in this one. This is just an old piece of card that actually come off the back of a notebook. Yeah. And then we got some lace. And then we have some more. This was something somebody gave me years ago. I thought it was cute, and I have a place for it now. I just glued in my Christmas book. So this was just super fun to make, and now I want to fill it up, and I want to make more of them. But yeah, you can do so much with scraps and ribbon and lace and ink and maybe a little bit of paint. I think I took some paint. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I took some metallic paint and just rubbed it on there and let it dry. Made me some, it says the Christmas Waltz. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy these. There's a lot you can do with these journals. I love making them. I don't tend to write them as much, but I really need to take time to do that. I just kind of love them. This is just like a little flip up. You can put something behind there and you push it down behind the snowflake. And then at the end we have Santa, a little clip that just clips him in just like that. He just is clipped in, and we can move him around in the book as we like. And then of course a bearing board or a writing board as some call it. I like to make myself a board, and that way if I want to write, say on this page, I'll flip that down and I'll have something to bear on or to write on. I usually put them right there in the back. This is just an add-in, something I made and I just added it in. It's just a small little folio. So this has got some more of my grandsons and Christmas and all that in there. And it's just made with one piece of cardstock paper folded over. Put some more stuff in it. Some stuff on the front. Lace, ribbons, staples. More things on the back. And you can just stick that in there. It doesn't have to be any certain way. And then we just tie that up with some sari silk ribbon. And that was done. Of course, it's thicker. Of course, it's one of those thicker ones. And as you get to putting stuff in, it gets thicker and thicker. But that's okay. Got some jingly bells on the bottom there on my Sony in pieces. So yeah, so using this size book seems to be really good. And yes, you do have to remove some of it, and some of it you don't. Depends on what you want. But I was thinking too, remember how I just did the spring minis, and I was saying there might be something else we could do with these? What if we made these into a topper? So like, what if we made that into a topper and put maybe a little lace behind it, and you'd have a perfect little topper. You could put your journal plate on here. And there you go. You don't have to put it in a picture frame. Here's the one with the bee. I think that one's cute. Using this actual book to be your base, and maybe a birdhouse, and put some bird theme in it. There's just so much that you can do. I really liked these little minis, and when I was doing them, I thought, you know, those would be real good to fit in a book. You could fit them there. They would fit good. So yeah, spring theme book, maybe. Birds and picnics. So that's what I wanted to show you today. I hope you enjoyed the journals. Yes, they do take a while, but I really enjoyed the process. And I hope that you're having a great day. Be safe, be happy, be blessed. Like and subscribe. Click on the comments if you have any or any questions, and I'll try to get back with you on that. Thanks so much, and you all have a great day.